and that's okay. You can come for as little or as long as you want.
This meeting is being recorded.
We want to have some fun for a chance to win prizes. And we're going to show a bunch of those prizes after. In just a bit.
This meeting is being recorded.
All right, we'll get started soon. Hey, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, go ahead and jump in. Follow the link in the post and come have some fun, because life's about to get crazy with the holiday shopping, having to put up with family. Oh, or some of my family's here. I shouldn't have said that. Got some funny stuff on my phone in the chat. Also, when you come in, please put your last names, especially if you have a common first name. If there's 3 Johns playing around and no one has their last name and a John wins, we don't know who it is. So please put your last names. If you're working undercover, if you're on the lam, figure it out. Just make up a name. We don't care, as long as we can identify you so we can award the prizes. We've had this hiccup before. Play along. No pun intended. All right. Majority rules version. 3 rounds. And then we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do 3 rounds of majority rules. There'll be a winner for each round. Each winner gets to take their pick of a prize wheel. And then there'll be a round of the winners facing off for music trivia. I've got a real treat queued up. And I see some returning champions. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. I also see some innocent bystanders. I also see some not so innocent bystanders as well. I see everybody. I just have to toggle through this. Right. And or you might jack yourself out of winning. We'll start in a moment here. And yeah, this could be fun. So what's cool about these games, number 1, number 2, you learn something. You're going to learn some interesting stuff. Number 3, in the case of today, there's no way to get the answers wrong. You can win and by getting in the majority the quickest for each question, and that's how you rack up more points. I'll explain. By the way, this is also one where let me see, how could I put this? Even if the answer is wrong on the screen, it doesn't matter. Get in the majority. That's why it's called Majority Rules Edition. This is famous musician quote. Summers, excited about this because it's going to be brand new for a lot of you, and it works. Would be subject matter. Depending on the question, if you're going to gauge what you think most people would answer, it'd be helpful to read the room. Now, I don't want to stereotype, but if there's a bunch of people that are, let's just say, of senior status, like myself and Mike Fulcher, you may think, okay, they probably know the answer to this, and they're going to vote that, whether they know the answer or not. Or if they're in their 20s, they are probably going to answer this. And if most of the room are in their 20s, I'm going to go with that majority. I'm just saying. So let's read the room silently if you prefer. Go ahead and open up the Zoom chat and go ahead and chat in. Let's start with this, your favorite color. Let's start reading that room. Chat in your favorite color. And Enja, you can only pick one color. I see the latest returning champion. Oh, it disappeared. Oh, I see, because I got a toggle now. All right, playing that game. Oh. I think he got kicked out. He's done. Eric is back. We got Don, Elliot, Chris, Mike Fulcher, Mike, Paul. I saw Renee. A bunch of returning champions. This is going to be tough. And then we got Steven, Aisha, Norm, Enja. E-I-E-I-O. Okay, let's take a look at that chat. So start by looking at people's colors. Look where people are chiming in from. Phoenix, Arizona, Connecticut. Returning champion, Chris from St. Louis. Very educational program. Thank you very much, Renee. Thank you. Wait till you see this one. This is going to be great. TL. Oh, like my colors back here. Black, says Paul R. Chris says blue. Technicolor, Mike. Aisha, rose gold. Ooh, that's a unique one. Purple, if you're from New Jersey, or purple from anywhere else in the planet, if you speak English. Great, great, great. I knew Angela would pick rainbow. Okay. All right, very cool. Now, to read the room and help everybody read the room, this is bold. I've never asked this question before in this game. Go ahead and type in your age. Yeah, I said it. Go ahead and type in your age. And ladies, you can lie. I mean, since you lie about everything else anyway, go ahead and lie about it. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Come on, I'm kidding. No, you don't have to put your age. Let's let her rip. Yeah, should we just get started? And YouTube like a blast. Get in the majority first. Remember that. Even if you know what the answer is, if you get in to be the quickest, that's how most points here as well. Oh, I got an idea. Let's take. You want to see the prizes that are up for grabs? Let's take a look at some of the prizes. Got all these different prize wheels. Music, electronics, fashion. You get to pick the prize wheel if you win a round. Health and beauty. Not saying anyone here needs it. Essentials for household. Look at that. Need more fans for your fan club? There's one right there. You can take it with you. Stuff for pets. All right. And let's hear from one of our sponsors. Here's Bevy. Let me ask you something. What drinking vessel are you? The pint? The tumbler? The rocks? The stemless wine glass? Finally, classy vessels for your favorite beverage to chill with that reflect your identity. There are even enough designs to start a band. See more Drum Talk TV fans get 15% off at the link in the post. Here comes Drum Talk TV at checkout. Here we go. Oh, okay. So, quote and two options. Who said this first quote? Was it Ginger Baker or from the majority? Not who you think is the correct answer, who you think the majority will vote for. And that might be the right answer. Is it confusing yet? The votes laid out. Everyone voted for Ginger, eh? There you go. Right about there. Michael Castillo's in the lead, followed by Paul Reed, Steve M, Mike J, Anja, Chris. All right. Good start. By the way, there are some people playing who are associated with Drum Talk TV. Don't worry. They can't win. But they're here for quality assurance purposes and for testing out the game because we're always improving. Hopefully. I don't know. All right. Next question. Here we go. To me, the drum is it the easiest thing I do? Is it Charlie Watts or Phil Collins? Who do you think most people here will vote for? You know their favorite color. I mean, this should be an easy room to read, right? Go ahead and vote. Wait, geez. I'll tell you who the right answer is for either. Each of these in 50 split, 5 each, eh? It was Charlie Watts that said that. I don't think I've ever seen him do a drum solo. Phil, of course. All right, it was your name, Michael. Question 3. Fills bring thrills, but groove pays the bills. Was it Steve Gadd or Vinnie Colaiuta? Ooh, that's a tough one. Those of you who don't know who any or any real life, you're guessing the whole way. Some of them are educated guesses. Some of them are influenced guesses by people or substances. Just throw a dart. What's your guess? Is it Steve or Vinny? Both incredible musicians. Two of the most high-demand drummers ever over the last 5 decades. People are playing it safe. Believe it or not, I thought it was Steve Gadd. It's Vinnie Colaiuta. Leaderboard. Steve M. Is that supposed to say Stephen?
Yeah, no, I'd have been in a rush.
Now, that's okay. There is someone from Rush in one of these questions. A couple people, actually. We're going to change it up a little bit now that you almost sort of got it figured out. Now we're going to go to Battle Royale. What that means is for each question, you're going to have 4 options. We're not going to see, well, we could still see some halvesies and halvesies. Let's see what we get. Starting with question 4 of 8. A drummer's job is to make everyone else sound good. Vinnie Colaiuta helped Neil Peart or Ian Pace. Blaine literally played with everybody. Is a session musician, the most recorded drummer ever. In fact, I have a signed drum head by Hal the first time I interviewed him. Neil Peart of Rush and Ian Pace of Deep Purple. Go ahead and vote. Who said that? The drummer's job is to make everyone else sound good. Said no guitar player ever. Aha! Curveball. It sounds very introspective and contemplative and philosophical, which is why I could imagine a lot of you voted for Mr. Peart. But in fact, it was Vinnie Colaiuta. There we go. Next question. After Michael J's on top, followed by Don the Great, Renee Mirsky, Michael Castillo's dropped to 4. Anything can happen. Anything can happen in these games. Steve M., who has now changed his last name to my last name is different now, is holding at number 5. Here we go. Next question. Ready? I'm just trying to play what I hear. Here's your choices. Ray Luzier of Korn, Elvin Jones, Billy Cobham, Art Blakey. One of these guys, go ahead and put it in the chat. Which one of these 4 gentlemen was Ginger Baker's biggest influence and also turned him on to heroin and not just jazz drumming? Who was it? Put it in the chat before we go for the vote. Let's open it, that there chat, see what the guesses are. Renee's the first to answer with the correct answer. Art Blakey. Absolutely. But go ahead and vote. I'm just trying to play what I hear. Who was it? Ray, Elvin, Billy, or Art? A little bit of everything for everybody. All right, a lot of Ray Luzier fans here. The answer is actually, when we go to my cheat sheet, Elvin Jones said this. Elvin, the great Elvin Jones. Oh, Renee! Self-combusted. You should be on Spinal Tap 3. Behind my big blue drum kit. We'll see if I can arrange that. All right. Don's on top, followed by Mike, Stephen, Michael, Encha, Renee. Eric is back. Eric Prozac is back, the returning champion. That's not his real last name. It looks like that if you look at it real quickly. All right, next question. Question 6 of 8. 3 more. If you don't have your abacus handy. Less is more, and less more is more. Who said that? Was it Neil Peart, Mike Portnoy, Ringo Starr, or Danny Carey? Who do you think most people are going to vote for? Remember, that's the key. Who are most people going to vote for, not necessarily what you think the right answer is. It's kind of a mind bender, you know? It's truly sort of like a, wait, but I think it's, but, and they're going to vote, but the answer is, all right, there's your votes. The answer for this one is Neil Peart, which might change the leaderboard. Mike J's on top, followed by Renee. Renee's self-combusted again. Okay, Renee's on fire, but not in the right way. She'll be okay. And she's a nurse. All right, we've got, which one are we on there? I think there's, where's the oh, we got 2 more. Question 7, here you go. Famous drummer quotes. Join us if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. Just follow the link. Time is the most important thing a drummer owns. I say his drum set or her drum set, but whatever. Buddy Rich, Tony Williams, Louis Belson, or Roy Haynes. Louis Lewis, same guy. Go ahead and vote. All right. This time I'll give you the answer before I show the results. It's Buddy. Buddy said that. Time is the most important thing a drummer owns. Good go. Oh. Wait. Couple outliers, and that's why who's in the lead. Let's see what that leaderboard looks like. Did that change anything? Mike J's on top, followed by Don, Andrew, Steve, Michael. Okay. Oh, I thought that was Renee again. I was going to call 911. Give them your address. We have it, you know. Okay. Question 8. Ready? You're only as good as your drummer. One of my favorite memes, one of my favorite Drum Talk TV shirts, one of my favorite sayings, and it's true. Who said it, though? Well, I'll tell you who said it. Vote for who you think everyone else is going to vote for. It's a mind game. Was it Joe Strummer, Bill Bruford, Mike Mangini, or Gavin Harrison? Vote. All right, let's break this down. Bill Bruford is way too professorial and way too much of a kind gentleman to ever bolster something like that, even though it's true. But he's not the kind of guy that's going to go around waving that flag around. Joe Strummer of the Stray Cats played with a bass drum and a snare drum. That was it. Maybe a cymbal once in a while, right? So your band's only as good as your drummer, and you've got a bass drum and a snare drum. Mike Mangini, really great, multi-talented drummer, played in Dream Theater for a while during the absence of Mike Portnoy. And Gavin Harrison, our friend, who I share the same year of birth with. I'm a month older, almost to the day as him. He's much better looking and still has his hair. With Porcupine Tree, Pineapple Thief, just a great drummer. King Crimson. Who is it? First, let's look at who voted for whom. Mike Mangina got the most votes, followed by Joe. The answer is Joe Strummer, the guy with just a two-piece kit. What? There you go. If he could make it work with a career with the Stray Cats, that saying kind of makes sense now if you think about it, right? So, excuse me, that was the last question. We're going to look at the leaderboard and reveal what Steve M is taking, and so is, who was that? I didn't see the second one. Oh no, Elliot. Elliot, are you on there twice? Or is that two Elliots? See, this is why we need last names. All right, please put your last name on the next round and log in once. Oh, the winner. That's kind of important. So you can pick a prize wheel. Good going. Hopefully everyone's getting the hang of it. Go ahead and put in the chat how you think you did with this mind-bending difference going on. 5, I get it. Whether doesn't matter, just explaining it. Okay, let's start with that. Will it be music or electronics? I'll turn down the music. You can undo your mic. I'm hard of hearing, so I'm going to ask you to speak up. I have no idea why I'm hard of hearing.
Electronics.
Electronics. Mike, what's your last name?
Janetta.
Sorry, woman. I can't hear your grandchild on the wings. All right, let me hide that.
This meeting is being recorded.
What does he get? Sherman. And he gets a car phone mount. Man, I need one of those. I just bought a brand new car phone mount and it won't stick to the dash. And I drove like 140 miles today. Anyhow, congratulations. Let's move on to round 2, everybody. I'll take a look at that chat. We'll get those choices of wheels up for the next round. And in the meantime, first let's look at the chat, and then I'll go ahead and play a video while I switch to the next round. Oh, we got Queens in the house. Art Linkletter? No kidding, like a joke. That's great. Renee says, help. All right. Okay, good. So we got some 3s, 2s. That's all right. Slim Jim Phantom. Herta. Who said that? The style Herta, my brain. Herta is a drum. I don't even know what to call it. Drum fill. It's not a rudiment. It's a drum thing. It's like bluzda almost. Which is it sounds like Yiddish, right? Oh, Gewalt. Okay, Renee says nearly made certain guesses which would have been the right one several times, but maybe didn't vote for the majority, right? Okay, we got some good stuff here. Everyone's having fun, I hope. That'll be the next chime in. We'll go ahead and do that while I play a video. And here's another one of our sponsors and one of the prizes up for grabs under music and under music. Check it out. What concert would be your first entry if you had an ultimate concert journal? Your most recent concert, your next concert, Or would you go way back like me and enter your first concert? For me, it was Led Zeppelin. Now you can with the I Was There personalized music performance diary premium hardcover book. This is for all live music fans who experience live shows from clubs to stadiums. And what an amazing keepsake, and it makes a great gift. Use Drum Talk TV 25 at checkout for a one-time 25% discount, so load up. Get yours now via the link in the post. All right, there you go. That's a really neat thing there. You don't have to just record the concert you're going to tomorrow or Saturday like me and just Steve and his friend Chris sing Robert Plant. We'll tell you all about it because most people have not heard of that guy. We'll fill you in. You can log your whole life's worth of what concerts you can remember. Norm needs like an encyclopedia of those books. He goes to so many concerts. He has a spreadsheet. No lie. All right. So we're going to reset the game. We're going to go back to play. We're going to get a new, why can't I get a new game code? Log out of ccg.buzz. And I've got the new game. That's not the same code, is it? It is? Okay, bear with me one moment, please. That's the next game for the winners round. I wonder why it's not letting me. That's okay, I think. If you log out and log back in. How strange. As long as you log out, log I cannot think you're game. Not sort of. It's the same thing. Only it's not just drummers. It's rock and pop artists. Many different years of music. Many different instruments that these artists play. Not just drummers. You know, logging back in. ccg.buzz. Go ahead and put that code in again. I'll try one more time to reset the code. That's really odd. Whoop. We go with first question. We're more popular than Jesus now. Who said that? Was it John Lennon or Paul Stanley? Cast your vote for who you think everyone in the room will vote for, which might not be the right answer. Cast your vote. Here comes the ding. All right. Let's see who it is. I can't believe y'all got it wrong. Y'all got it right. That's awesome. Let's take a look at that leaderboard. So whoever answered the the quickest got the most points, followed by on and on. Steve dropped his last name, his rapper initial, Stephen M. Steve M. All right, Michael Castillo, followed by Stephen Paul, Renee, Chris, Don the Great, Elliot, Enja, Mike, Jay, Eric, E, Elliot, and Elliot. Not confused with. All right, we're off and running. Let's go to the next question. Remember, who are most people going to vote for? I won't be a rock star. I will be a legend. Here's your choices. Was it Freddie Mercury or Ozzy Osbourne? Go ahead and vote. Both became legends, but who said that? Sorry, just wanted to wake you up there. Hey! 33 for Oz. 67 for Farouk. His real first name. And it is Freddie. Freddie said that long before he knew. Well, I guess he did know because he did become legend. What an amazing musician. Anybody, by show of hands, see Queen live with Freddie? Absolutely breathtaking. Unbelievable. He's the only person in the world for Live Aid that was able to make a stadium like that feel like you're in an intimate nightclub. Just unbelievable, the control he had with people. And I mean in a good way when I say control. Leaderboard. Michael Castillo's on top, followed by Paul, Stephen, Elliot, Mike J, etc. Let's see the next question. The beautiful thing about learning is nobody can take it away. Who said that? Was it BB King or Lady Gaga? Start your vote. But who are people going to vote for? Remember, don't get stuck on who actually said these things. Get stuck on who you think the room will vote for. Remember everyone's favorite color. Remember everyone's age if they said it. Remember where people video if they put all those things together. Read the room. Most people voted for Lady Gaga. The answer is Mr. King. B.B. King. That may have changed the leaderboard a bit. Maybe not. Who got in the majority? Her. Paul's on top, followed by Mark J, Mike J, Enja, Michael, Chris. Chris, welcome again. All right, we're going to keep it moving with, how about we do some of this? Battle Royale. Now you got 4 choices. All right. Like, seriously, go ahead and put in the chat just yes or no. Am I correct that the worst score you could get at playing one of these games is better than the best day of holiday shopping, parking, fighting your way through the mall or the store, wrestling on the ground for the last Cabbage Patch or whatever the in thing is now? You can tell I haven't been holiday shopping for a while. All right, go ahead and put that in. Let's take a peek at how everyone's feeling about this. Thanks for playing along. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, great. All right, thanks, everybody. Oh, by the way, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, follow the breadcrumbs, come play for a chance to win prizes. And when you see me look here, I see all of you. When you see me look here, I see my controls. When I look here, I see the game. I see what you see. Do you see what I? Oh, that's a whole other thing. Okay, here we go. Next question. Every little thing is going to be all right. Who said that? Was it Bob Marley, Michael Jackson, Prince, or Shakira? Vote. Get in the majority, get in the majority, get in the majority. Wow, only one of those stars are still with us. If there's a heaven, and if I end up there, I can't wait to like join a band. There's many great musicians to play with up there, or just do an open mic. I'm going to do Heavenly Open Mic. That's what I'm doing. Or Hellish. We'll just see how it goes. I got some time to work it out. Let's see your vote. Good going. But who got in there first? Mike J. Enja. Of all people, seriously, girl? We are big Bob Marley fans. All right. All right. Good. Kind of high. That's pretty provocative. And that's interesting. Who said it? Was it Jimi Hendrix, Nico McBrain, Alicia Keys, or Brian May? Brian May, Queen, Alicia Keys of Alicia Keys, Nico McBrain, the drummer for Iron Maiden, who days ago. Like, if you're missing that, you're missing that. You know what I mean? And Jimi Hendrix will vote for. Again, you know where they're from, you know their favorite color, you know how they're doing, you can see some of them on screen. Just put all that together. What's the majority going to vote for? See, it sounds so easy when I do it. Oh, that is interesting. That's the right answer. And that's kind of ironic, right? Music is a safe kind of high from the guy who dipped his headband in liquid LSD. What? All right. Oh, Paul, Stephen, and Don the Great. Don the Combustible. Whoop. Okay. Everybody moved up a little bit, but with zeros. Eric, our returning champion from the last game. What's like, is your dog pressing the buttons? What's going on here? Just kidding. Just kidding. All right. Next question. Here we go. Okay. This next one, by the way, is my favorite quote, not just from a musician, but to come out of the music industry, and maybe even my favorite quote ever, other than the rare instance when my wife says, you know what, you're right. Oh, wait, I've never heard that quote. All right, here we go. Check this. Genius quote, right? Especially from a musician. Was it Ian Gillan? Gillan of Deep Purple, the singer, Tony Iommi, guitar player for Black Sabbath, Adele of Adele, or Tina Turner of, coincidentally, Tina Turner. Go ahead and cast your vote. Man, my allergies are just... You could see how the votes turned out for this one. Little bit of everything for, okay. You know what? Tony is a fair vote, absolutely. But on the one of the most iconic live albums by one of the most iconic rock bands, Made in Japan by Deep Purple, after the first song, Highway Star, you hear Ian Gillan almost off mic say, make everything louder than everything else. Genius quote. I just love that. Like, think about the math involved with that thought. Renee's on top. Followed by Not Far Behind by Mike J, Chris, Elliot, Don, Paul, Stephen, Michael, Eric. Eric's watching a baseball game, but he's logged in. I'm teasing it, Eric. Elliot and Elliot. All right. Hi. Next question in the world. I know because he told me. Last word fell off. Who said that? Robert Plant? Keith Moon of The Who? Jimmy Page, also Led Zeppelin? John Jones, also of Led Zeppelin? Who said that? John Bonham is the best drummer in the world? I know because he told me so. Cast, I'll always give you the right answer, but vote for who you think. Everyone. That's why it's called majority rules. Have I mentioned that? What's funny is that out of all the Led Zeppelin members, John Paul Jones had the biggest sense of humor, followed by Robert. But John Paul Jones, if you've seen him on David Letterman, if you've seen him on, there was couple other shows, Seth Meyers, I think. He's so funny, and he was the quiet one, so there you go. It's Robert Plant that said that. Let's see if that changed the leaderboard. Renee's still on top. Elliot. Okay, there's 3 Elliots. Are you all the same Elliot? It's okay. It's okay. And I'm going to tell on somebody here. That's my son Steven's middle name, but we added a T for the same reason my daughter Samantha has an extra M. We didn't know how to spell the names. And we had some extra consonants laying around. Okay, next question. This would be, well, the next one. Here we go. I think I got the counting off. The last question. They said that will go over like a lead balloon about Jimmy Page's new band. About Jimmy Page's new band, this person said that'll go over like a lead balloon, which is how Led Zeppelin got their name. Was it Keith Moon of The Who, Eric Clapton of Cream, Jimi Hendrix of Jimi Hendrix, or Paul Rogers of Free and Bad Company? Go ahead and vote. I think most of you might know this one. It's a pretty famous story, but it is how Led Zeppelin got their name. The saying came first, and then Jimmy said, right, that's what we'll call the band, Led Zeppelin. Misspelled, by the way, L-E-D instead of, maybe he saw those lights coming in the future, instead of L-E-A-D. Anyhow, all right, good going. Most of you knew. So, who got in the majority and who got in the majority first, which will reveal. Oh, Mike from second place to zilch. And a returning champion. Gets to win again. They're again here in Chum Talk TV. Brilliance, folks. You think you can do better watching on Facebook, or you one more round and then the three winners. If there's three winners, we had two recently. Music, electronics.
Stable. I guess we'll do apparel this time.
Oh, which would be
Or clothing.
Fashion.
Yeah, fashion. Yeah.
Cool. Well, you know what? I don't think anyone's ever picked this wheel before. Aisha, who builds these wheels, Aisha, this is a first. I hope you used some WD-40 on this, Aisha, before we started, because I don't think this wheel's been spun. Renee, give the word. We'll see what you get.
Spin.
All right. What does she get? What does she get? What does she get? A custom hat. A custom hat. Aisha, do you remember exactly what that is? And if so, can you open up your mic? Or open it anyways and tell us? I honestly don't remember because no one's spun this wheel before. What is that, Aisha? Aisha? Anybody? Bueller? I think Aisha's trying to find the volume button.
And can you hear me?
Yeah. There you go, baby.
Okay. I'm not sure what was said because the connection's breaking up on my end. But with the custom hat, did you ask what it was, or I couldn't hear the question?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like a name or like your artist on the hat.
Oh, okay, great. I have a feeling I know Renee may choose a band with a backwards letter. Toys R Us. No, just kidding. I'm thinking it's probably Korn, right?
Without a doubt.
Cool. Aisha will reach out and get all that info from you. So, folks, go ahead and chime in and let us know who your favorite band is. No, I got a better question. Wait, back up. So the Thanksgiving holiday in the U.S. is coming up. I don't know if everyone here is in the U.S. or from the U.S. The last artist you saw in concert, they are coming to your Thanksgiving dinner. Chime in. Who is it? I just saw Steve Hackett a few days ago. It was amazing. So Steve and his folks are coming. And in fact, I'm going to show a bit of that concert while you all chime in and I change the game. Here you go. All right. Thank you, Mr. Hackett and company. And here comes your new code. Oh, great. Hold on. Let me fix that. I had to totally start the thingy again. There we go. There's your new code. Log out of CCG. If you have already, go ahead and put in that code in your controller or YouTube. I'm going to get rid of some mishmash here. Let's fix that window. Yeah. And move that over. We got the next game already queued up. If you're watching live on Facebook or YouTube, follow the link in the post. Join us here in the game. Oops, sorry, folks. Good grief. This thing's being real finicky. Let me fix that. All right, now we'll fix it. Some of this is, believe it or not, out of my control. There we go. Okay. CCG.buzz, JBHN. Give everybody a moment. I'm going to look at the chat. I want to see who's coming to everybody's dinner. Wavy Gravy. Really? You saw Wavy Gravy? I love Toad. Toad the Wet Sprocket. You know what? My daughter Samantha, when she was in, I think, 6th or 7th grade, her English teacher's husband was the drummer for Toad the Wet Sprocket. Isn't that weird? I can't remember his name. We lived in Ventura at the time. Fiona Apple Cobbler, the Who, nice. I need a very large table. I was at the Rock Hall induction ceremony. I saw pictures of that, Paul. Congratulations on going to that. Awesome, awesome. Okay, Eric Church. Coco Montoya. Ah, that's who you went to see, Norm. Ginger. Okay, cool. Randy Gus, Small World. Awesome. Thanks for playing along with that. Okay, everybody ready for round 3? And then the 3 winners will face off with a trivia round where the correct answers do matter. All right. Okay. Here we go. Where's that button? There we go. Okay. Here we go. First question. Nobody sat me down and said, this is the right way to play. That's the wrong way. Sorry, it got cut off. Here's your choices. Was that Steve Howe of Yes and Asia? Or was it Chris Squire of Yes? I'll give you a hint. One of them was self-taught. Hope you guys are having fun. Thanks for putting up with the technical mishmash. Here are the results. Oh, wow. Almost everyone voted for Steve Howe, which is the correct answer. He's a virtuoso and 100% self-taught. Just unbelievable. Influences that run the gamut from Wes Montgomery to Jimi Hendrix. Unreal. Let's see how that leaderboard pans out to start. Michael Castillo on top, followed by Don the Great, Renee, Mike, Paul, Chris. Okay. Next question. You know what? Actually, let's just jump into it and stop screwing around here. Let's go right into Battle Royale. Gonna get 4 choices now. Ready? Next question is, feel is everything. Who said that? Was it Clyde Stubblefield, President Bill Clinton, Zigaboo Modolesti, or David Gilmour? Now, President Bill does play the sax, so I was referring to that musically, just so you know. Paul. All right, start your vote. All right, let's see those votes. Ooh, very interesting. Steve, who's here, Steven Schinder, also saw Steve Hackett a couple days after I did, and we did a review of the concert on Monday on Trump Talk TV and Yes Shift. And I was saying that before that concert, I really thought that David Gilmour had the most feel, evoked so much feel, emoted so much feel as a guitar player. But after a week ago tonight, or tomorrow, it's Steve Hackett for sure. But who said that quote? The majority voted for David Gilmour, but it was actually Clyde Stubblefield, James Brown's drummer. But let's see how the majority worked out. Michael Castillo on top, Stephen and whoop. Oi, 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 oi. All right. Stephen and Ninja. Okay, next question. Here we go. Question 3 of 8. Then we're going to do the winners round, which will be 6 questions of trivia. If you can't keep time, nothing else matters. Who said that? Was it Harley Watts, who changed his name to Charlie so everyone would pronounce it correctly? Keith Moon of The Who, Cozy Powell, or Roger Taylor? 4 amazing drummers. Go ahead and vote. 5 seconds. Who's everyone going to vote for? Wow. Is it because you thought that's what everyone was going to vote for, or because you know that's also the right answer? Charlie Watts said that. Chris. Get some oven mittens. Michael Castillo's on top. Not by far, though. Got Mike J right behind him, and then everyone else is in the 2s except for Elliot and everyone below that. Question 4. Is the signal choppy for everybody? Raise your hand, everyone, or just here? No? Okay, we'll keep it moving. Maybe it's just, it might just be here. I'm getting a message saying it's unstable. Sorry. Okay, listening was that Pat Metheny, John Petrucci, Adam Levine, or Dave Mustaine? Dave Mustaine of Megadeth. I don't know who Adam is. That name, I can't remember who that is. Chime in if you know it. John of Dream Theater and Pat Metheny, Fusion Jazz Guitars. Start your vote. And the answer is, sorry that it's clear about that. So please hang in there. Those of you watching on, I don't know if I've said this before, but those of you watching on Facebook and YouTube,
This meeting is being recorded.
Sorry about that. Portion of screen. We'll get right back where we were. That's where we left off. Okay. Here's the question again. Playing fast doesn't mean playing good. Of the Carpenters was Les Claypool, the bass player of Primus, or Geddy Lee of Rush. Remember, regardless of the right answer, what's it for? Go ahead and vote right now. Hopefully the connection's better or anything, because you were still logged into the game. The correct answer is, well, let's see your votes first. Oh, no one for Les. Believe it or not, Karen Carpenter, even though she could. Oh, I got to reshare. Thanks, Anja. Let me reshare with the sound. There we go. Okay. Let's check that. Yikesies. All right. Let's see what's next. When I listen to something, I see colors. Who said that? Was it Miles Davis, Amy Winehouse, Eddie Van Halen, or York? Start your vote. Oh, good going, because it was indeed Miles Davis. All right. Oh, ouch. Okay. Michael's still on top. Metal is about power and expression, not volume. Two different things. Bruce Dickinson of Iron Maiden, Rob Halford of Judas Priest, Sting of Sting and the Police, or John Anderson, the singer of Yes. Go ahead and vote. This is an interesting one. And I like that quote, by the way. Most of you vote. The answer is Bruce Dickinson, singer for Iron Maiden. Oh, see that? You see what can happen? First and second place just went to the bottom. Telling it anything is the right answer. Sometimes it could be the same, though. Last question. Let's see how this pans out. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to feel it. Was that Stevie Wonder, Rick Wakeman, Steve Vai, or Steven Wilson? Right. This is the moment of truth. Is it? Ready? Are you ready? Who you'd vote for? Great drummer. He played on every one of his albums. He played drums. This means the winner is Paul. Congratulations. Let's pull up that wheel. Whoopsie. All right, let's take a look at your choices just in case you don't recall. Paul writes, what'll it be, sir? Music? Essentials for the Do you know already?
Further, we'll just start at music. That'd be great.
Okay, here we go. And then we'll do the winners round. Say when.
Go ahead.
Let's see what he's got. A set of bevy classes. Awesome.
Thank you.
Great. You're welcome. All right, I will reach out to you. Okay, now we're going to switch the game entirely while I show a video. I'll do this as quickly as I can. Shouldn't take long. Those of you watching live on Facebook or YouTube, if you're not familiar with what the membership site's all about, here you go.
Rough day? Get away from the craziness and come take a fun break with our music-themed game shows for a chance to win prizes. Join the Drum Talk TV Brilliance free membership for that and much more at
All right. Says Benja.
buzz.drumtalktvbrilliance.com.
What she says goes. Here we go. Don't worry about that mishmash down there. Actually, let's try this real quickly. It's a little better. Yeah, ignore the windows there. Okay, so just the 3 winners. Please log in. Everybody else, please hang out, cheer them on. Let us rate this. I know there was some technical things with the game and with the internet, but aside from that, how did you like this format? Majority rules, 1 to 5, 5 rules. And in the meantime, go ahead and log in. ccg.buzz with QH54. And when all 3 of you tell me you're in, we'll go ahead and start a 6th round question of trivia, and you'll all probably learn something too. So I ask just open up their mic and tell me when you're in.
I'm in.
In.
Okay.
Mike J is in.
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay. And Mike's in too? Mike, you're in?
Mike's in.
Okay. Here we go. Here it comes. First question. I know it's this question too, but Jennings, Randy Travis, Don Williams, or George Jones? Guess the answer is Don. Time the real answer. Which jazz on the art of the trio was it? Omi Horara or Brad Meldau? Had to pick a question with difficult names to pronounce, right? Ooh, it's Brad. All right, Mike's on the board with points. Next question. Which new wave group did Travis rejoin in Oingo Boingo, the Psychedelic Furs? Or Talking Heads? Psych 30 years and then rejoining his mates in the band. Awesome. Okay, last question. Second animated series did Mark Mothersbaugh write the score for? Was it Pokemon, The Simpsons, South Park, or Rugrats? Two for Rugrats, 1 for South Park. The answer is I love that theme. All right. and Claypool's it for South Park. Interesting. All right, here we go. It's way ahead. Interesting because no first one right, and there's only 3 players. Interesting. Here been different wheel. Is it? Which 70s prog band had
This meeting is being recorded.
the wheel for this? Mike J, congratulations. Here we go. Ship a set of my marketing books, which is handy if you're a musician. You could maybe get a guest VJ spot. We're still debating whether or not that's a prize or a punishment. All right. Mike J, when you're ready, say spin and we'll see what you get.
All right, spin that wheel.
There we go. What does he get? What does he get? Oh, 3 months premium. Are you already a premium
Well,
member?
I am now.
You are now. Great. Steve will get your info.
Thanks.
He'll get you all set up. Well, and before you all go, if I may, one of the benefits of being a premium member is that you qualify for this. Hey everybody, Dan here from Drum Talk TV and Drum Talk TV Brilliance. Hey, how would you like to make bank by being a member of Drum Talk TV Brilliance? It's easy. You're a music fan, right? That's why you joined. How many other music fans do you know, right? So if they got a discount for joining, if you them and you got $10 for each one you refer. I mean, you'd pretty much have to be a doofus like this to miss out on something like that, right? Because being fellow fans, we all know fellow music. So go ahead and with your own code. We'll tell you how. That way you can enjoy things like our live concerts, our fan Q&As with big artists, producers, executives, our twice a month game shows, and other fun Talk TV Brilliance with and there you go. Follow the link. If you're not already a premium, become a premium member. And if you're a premium member, you'll get an email real soon to show how to get your own invite code where you can tell 2 friends and they'll tell
This meeting is being recorded.
write some big hits like Billy Babies and stuff like that, and all kinds of other stuff. We're going to wind out the year with a big bang. Thanks for being part of it, and we'll see you soon online. Thanks everybody so much. Really appreciate it. Thanks. And Drum Talk TV staffers, if you could stay online with me for a bit, that'd be awesome. We'll get that cranberry out of the can this year. Yeah, that could be tricky, right?